Hi, it's Mildred Songbird, Eva Evangeline Einstein in New York City. I want to mention some more clues to you. The last video I did, God created 3 men, then put feminine energy in one. I made some, I like to modify it. For example, here I said human. He, human. But I didn't say he, you, ma entered. Emergency room. Ed, confusion. Edwin was my man, my first husband. And if he said to me one day, if I was a girl, I'd want to be you. If you were a boy, you'd want to be me. It totally confused me. I didn't know what he was talking about. And I just found out tonight what he was talking about. That was 45 years ago. He transitioned about 2 months ago out of his body. And he's waiting for another body. He wore a red dress with a plunging neckline called the robe at our wedding. Unconsciously, I wondered why. 45 years later, I know why. The girl in him was competing with the girl in me. Okay, the dress was the color red, the color of menstrual blood. Eve's body part, the clitoris, is a treasure beyond measure because if her husband can tickle it, the clitoris, fiddle with it long enough for her to picture losing consciousness, overcoming the thought of being calm, which is what we are at the beginning of life. The first stage of life is calm, and just focus on the feeling. Her clitoris is feeling until she's reeling, really living, real aliving. I have often walked down this street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my teeth before. Okay, but the pavement, caveman, always stayed beneath my teeth before, beneath my seat before. What is this, bingo? Bingo. Be pleasure entered. God ordered. Okay, so Eve is the pleasure. The clitoris is the pleasure into Eve that God ordered. So he could make it come and know that he is God. Be still, Eve, and know that I am God. Because I'm going to make you come. And that's the hardest thing a hard man can do, is be gentle with tissue as soft as you, clitoris. What's it for? What's it all about, Alfie? Are we meant to take more pleasure than we give? Then if we're not, then how come men are coming and women are not coming? You see? Because something's wrong. Because men don't know that they're supposed to get on their knees and finger their wives' clitoris until their wives come. And the wives are going to be so grateful. They're going to say, my God, you're my God. You're a God. Whether they say it in words or not, he'll know he did something at the level of God. He created pleasure for his wife that no other man can do, because it's not easy. Only somebody in love would do that. then that explains what it is. Take pains to make your wife become satiated. You will be her Roman gladiator. Constipate her, but don't hate her. She's a radiator, and she'll blow off steam if you don't make her become. You'll know you're God when you make her come. You'll be her one and only one human. Yeah, when a man makes his wife come by vibrating her clitoris, he knows he's got her, because that pleasure she's not going to forget, and that pleasure no other man is going to give her, because you have to get to know the person, feel comfortable with somebody's legs open in your face, and the person laying got to feel comfortable and relaxed enough to lay on her back while somebody fitters with her clitoris. You see, you see what I'm saying? So that's a love thing. Alright, here we go. In the beginning was the Word. Okay, I read that the last time. Let's go over here. Remember, logic with the conscience, the consciousness, the awareness of your impact on other people is ideal. This is the ideal person, a person who is logical and has a conscience and has a heart. Well, if you have a conscience, you'll have a heart, because if you have a conscience, you'll consider how the other person is feeling. Okay, so that's ideal, perfect person, right? The ID of the ideal, the identity, is Eve energy and Adam's will. Add a mild red songbird, menstrual blood. Mirror, Eve energy entered. Stain, he, you Adam's, Adam's will. B, will, toilet flush. B, will, Lou is a toilet, right? B, will, toilet flush. Brother Wright, when I was a little child, he is Sing Bird Song, who was a projection of Jesus Christ Charon Sing. When he was Will Wright, my other relative, because there was no blood between us, we were not blood relatives, you know, he was my uncle by marriage, and he used to bring the potty, the pot, the porcelain pot, into my room at night, so I wouldn't have to get up in the cold and in the dark and struggle to go back to the bathroom, find the light. I was a little kid, you know. And then in the morning, he would remove the potty and clean it and bring it back the next night. So I have here the toilet flush, need and prompt disgust, if it's kept clean. I learned that from Brother Wright, the sacrifice. Okay. And then I talk about a douche is a flush of the inside, where we all had a free ride in Eden, where all our needs were met. That's the womb inside, the little room inside the woman. Okay? So it was easy in the den. And people who like the easy life are at the level of a fetus in a womb. They're still fetuses. They haven't become fully grown. They haven't become, able to provide for their own needs. They need the womb to provide for them. It's like people on welfare. You know, the womb, the Eden, is the government. You see. Okay, over here, what is this? where does the semen go? Once inside the female reproductive tract, the sperm cells must swim through the cervix and into the uterus. Cervix decoded. C, energy. Her, victory. Pleasure, unknown. Okay, she doesn't know who these cells are, because they're trying to become human, and into the uterus to reach. This is the first stage of life, however, and into the uterus to reach the fallopian tubes and female egg. Okay, now over here I talk about heaven, a venue, us. Okay, us is Adam and Eve, because these are truths, basic truths I'm discussing here, and they became established at the time of Adam and Eve. But now everybody's Adam and Eve. The women are Eve, a pattern, and the men are Adam's pattern. So everybody's us. Okay. So heaven, Venus, he a Venus, Einstein. Okay, so Einstein had some Venus in him, because that's what God did. He created Einstein, but he wanted a feminine. So he put Venus, and he put the moon in Einstein, and made him feminine and masculine. Govinda Singh, Jesus Christ says we have both in us. We have masculine and feminine in us. Okay, and here it says Ram, her am Ram, a moon, stay away from the moon, to let you know they're serious about that. They put the Van Allen, what is called the Van Allen radiation belt around the moon. And that lie about them going to the moon is just that. It's not true. Stanley Kubrick did a film, a moon landing, and made it seem like it was actually happening. But there's no way the Creator's going to let you get near his moon. Okay, because his moon is a reflection of him. And he's going to protect her. Okay, so forget about that lie. Okay, that's it. Alright, I got through the corrections. So, once again, the video to check out the truth, by the way, is not for the squeamish. I guess you figured that out by now. So the video to check before this one is called, at the Mild Red Songbird YouTube channel, God created 3 men, then put femininity in 1. Okay, it's been uploaded to Mild Red Songbird YouTube channel. Alright, so long.